Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give a tutorial of how to do your first paint by numbers. After watching this short video, you are all set to start your paint by numbers. So make sure you watch until the end. This tutorial is meant for paint by numbers beginners, and therefore the only thing you need is your kit. I'm not going to discuss gesso or any of the other tools that you might want to use if this is not your first paint by numbers. This is a mistake I made actually, but before you start painting you want to make sure that your canvas is straightened out. You can either do this by ironing or taping it to a board, or if you were commented on my previous video that a stack of heavy books might also do the trick. Whatever you need to get rid of the wrinkles, and it will make your painting experience much more pleasant. The first thing I noticed when I unpacked my canvas is that the numbers are very small. So you need to have good lighting to be able to see the numbers. And I think my painting might even not be that bad. I've seen other paint by numbers on YouTube where you have much smaller details and therefore the numbers are even smaller. So the first thing I did I moved my desk in front of the window so I have the best daylight that I can have and I can see the numbers better. Another thing that coincides with that, if you haven't chosen your design yet, then choose a design that doesn't have that very small details. Like those beautiful trees are quite difficult to paint, I think. And if you're a newbie like me and you haven't picked up a paintbrush in a very long time, it might not be the best to make it very difficult for yourself. Try an easier one like this one, and then your second one, if you still like it, it can be that beautiful one with the trees or the Venice or the Eiffel Tower or which one you like. All the kits that I have seen come with 3 brushes. One bigger one that you can see here, which is useful if you have big areas in your painting, and 2 smaller ones that you can see here. Now for me, and probably for you if you're a first time painter, then these brushes are sufficient. They last you until the painting finishes, if you take good care of them. Meaning, I keep saying this, you have to wash them thoroughly after every day of painting or in between colors. If you don't do that, they will lose hairs and you won't be able to finish the painting with these brushes. Because the paint is water-based, you can clean your brushes just under the tap with water. Okay, now let's talk about the paint. So this might differ on the kit that you got, but for certain is that you will occur some of the paints that are less pleasant to paint than others, just because of the consistency of the paint. It might be really thick and therefore hard to spread, or it might be transparent and therefore if you put one layer of paint you can still see the number through the paint. For the last option, what I do is I just paint, I let it dry and then I give it a second layer of paint, or even a third one if necessary. I don't think this is any problem for the painting, and in this way you can get a good coverage. If you found you have the first problem with a color and it's just too thick to work with nicely, You can always add a drop of water to it to dilute it down a bit and make it more pleasant to paint with. Another characteristic of the paint is that it dries really fast. So that makes blending difficult if you want to try that. But it also means that if you're short on space, you can easily roll up your canvas and put it away, because it dries within minutes. Then now, the way you fill in the numbers. Meaning, do you have to start from number 1 or the darkest color? Basically, there's no rule. Whatever you feel like doing, you should do it, because it's your painting. One thing I could advise though is that if you start with the darker colors, you give immediately contrast to your painting and it brings the painting much more to life. When I started doing the black one that you can see here, I really was like, wow, it just pops. So if you start with the darker colors, you immediately have a lot of reward. But then, as you can see throughout this video, I started doing this paint by numbers, number by number. So I started by 1, then 2, 3, and so on. And then I want to talk about patience, which might be a bit weird in a tutorial, but I think it's one of the key things to make a beautiful paint by numbers painting. You don't want to rush things. Take it easy and enjoy your paint by numbers. In this way you will be less mistakes, more painting within the lines, and you fill in all the details with the appropriate colors, and the end result will look better. So how long does it take to finish a paint by numbers? How much time commitment is it as a paint by number beginner? I would say I recommend 20 to 30 hours. So that's how much patience you should have, and that's how much joy you get out of your painting. It's quite a long painting session, but then you can take weeks to finish it and do every day an hour like I did, or just do it in one weekend. Whatever you want, that it's lots of fun, so I do think you get lots of value out of painting one design. I love to talk to you, so please let me know in the comments which tip you found most useful and if you're going to do paint by numbers now. I'm really excited to hear from you all. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe. It will really help a small YouTuber like me, and I make videos about paint by numbers every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. So see you next time!